Game capture. There you go. Okay, I think things good. Okay, so a little bit of a recap for those of you who were not here last time. Do I like this game? I'm obsessed with this game. I'm honestly, if I could shout out from the rooftop how much I love this game, I would. If it could convince people to give a chance to this game. Oh my gosh, Ella, hi!
Sugar, we're glad you're here.
How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. What have you been up to? What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? So, if I could shout out to the world how much I love this game, I would. Like, I would recommend this for all my friends. If you love Nancy Drew, if you love Stranger Things, if you love mystery, in the town, mysterious stuff is happening, choices matter. You love cute little animals, but like it's not. It touches like very very serious subjects. Like it's not just all like kiddie stuff. They talk about more serious stuff. Like you would love it. I feel like every my friends who love Nancy Drew, they would totally love this game. Laundry, boring stuff. Ah, yeah. The chores, always the chores. But get those clothes clean. Hell yeah. So yeah, so a little recap about last time. It's so we have, oh my gosh, I forgot the names of the characters. Luca, I think it's Luca, Rollo, and oh god, and Beck. So we have Luca over here. He lost his dad in an accident like years ago, and a few months ago his mom mysteriously disappeared. There's something strange going on in this town. There's this factory that supposedly closed down and nobody is supposed to be there, but there's this these strange people with like radioactive suits, yellow suits there, like doing some strange stuff. So it's up to Rollo, Beck, and Luca to solve the mystery and see what is happening. Who are these people, strange people? Like, what is this green goo that does this strange stuff, transforms your like anything that touches. Where's Luca's mom? What happened? And what's up with that new CEO with the goons, the strange goons? Putting you on the big screen, Tina. Nice. Oh, I forgot to mention that it's it's shaped like a storybook. Like you are the narrator, and you can choose the actions of the characters and see how it unfolds. And if and you can go back to change it if you don't like it.
The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding it back to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Catch up with Rollo at the treehouse. So this is Luca. And
after the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
And Luca lost his dad, and his mom disappeared, and we have no idea where she is. But he at least has his friends and people in the villages to support him, and his grandmother.
The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
Oh. Hey Don, tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance, there were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that the heiress had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age, who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo! So Harris was forced to take care of him? Yup, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper sold some wild oats. That explains the way Harris treats him. Poor Solomon. How'd you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Yes, there's the art style of this game. I mean, the art style of this game is mind-blowing. You haven't even seen the little town yet. That's what the town looks like. Okay, we have to go to the tree house. You have the newspaper here, you have the town hall, you have the coffee shop. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. It reminds you of Franklin, the TV show, or Little Bear? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, Franklin! I loved Franklin. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with Little Bear. The art style kind of reminds me of that, but a little bit more like watercolored. One of your favorite shows growing up? Oh my gosh. I thought if you would have said I thought you would have said Dora the Explorer. Little Bear was so good. Hold on, let me check Little Bear, cause I might know what it is, but I forgot. Oh yes, I did watch Little Bear. But not as much as like the other shows, but I did watch that when I was younger. Oh my gosh. Did anybody watch Babar? I love Babar. There's also the Berenstein Bears. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, but it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I wasn't aware that your job involved deciding things. We're all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir, very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. that we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we got all sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good, then it's decided. Yes, sir, we'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Bernstein? Yeah, I always forget how we're supposed to spell it. Yeah, the lot of Bernstein Bear books. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Rolo, are you still up there? I'm sorry, Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back, never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rolo scoffed.
Rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried. So I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, the storm rolled in out of nowhere. And I got stuck after dinner at Beck's.
Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you. And you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rolo. Oh my gosh. They are like, I think, 12, right? I remember at that age, at that age, I was so like clingy towards my friends. I'm like, this is my friend and she can't be your friend. At that age, we didn't know how to share. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise, but it took so long the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
Oh, it means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. Oh, word. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word. Cause that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. Shh, you can stay out as long as you want. And you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rolo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
What's happening here? Maybe Pa is right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your past nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still
The
around.
words hung in the cold night air. Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line, but it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rolo. Dang it. Well, that went well. That went super well, don't you think? Oh my gosh. It didn't go awkward at all. Like a typical Friday noon, typical Friday night, you know.
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Rolo. What a jerk. call me a bad friend. Ooh, I'm Merlot. Look at me and my amazing family. I guess I'm never supposed to make new friends. Aww, that's so sad.
Gran
Luca?
called gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Oh, thank you so much for hanging out with us, Sparkly Kiss. I appreciate that. Good luck with the laundry. Damn, it is today is laundry day. So many people who needs to do laundry. Also today is also our laundry day. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out and take care of some things. Okay, I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Thank you, Sparkly Kiss. You did mine, yes. You did yours yesterday. How dare you, Catechus? How dare you? Today is laundry day. How dare you make it laundry Saturday? This is a betrayal. A betrayal, I'm telling you. You can no longer sit at lunch with us. This table lunch is only for laundry Sundays girls, okay? I bet Rollo's still gonna go to the festival. Huh. He's gonna be miserable. Is there anything else I can...
Luca dozed off again.
Luca! I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Roll came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. I'll see myself out of this stream. Let it be a lesson. Let it be a lesson. Sunday is for laundry. So your plan is just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. Oh! How do I have to knock this... Nice!
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often.
Aww.
Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind, but it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca, another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modwell. She said you met yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh, she seems nice. Yeah, you had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave a dinner on the kitchen table in case you want to a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad? Where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip. His father peered up from the glass.
I really love the voice actress of the narrator.
He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness.
I want her to put out some audiobooks. Like I could easily listen to her read.
The source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. See? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame.
Damn.
Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them. The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them, not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him, older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face, and all it got me was this. Luca staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path.
Had to step out for a bit, hopefully not too long. Okay, Somber.
This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Well, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose.
Oh.
Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about we just sit here and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rolo thought about doesn't matter. Buddy.
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. And did you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Now get your little butt out of the bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. The narrator has such a soothing voice. Like, she could read to me some Dr. Seuss and I would fall asleep. Liz, do you want that? What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything is better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. He should apologize though before I buy him a corn dog. It is relaxing, that is true. This game is really relaxing. So very soothing. But also, he better apologize before I buy him a corn dog, okay? He was the one who overreacted. Got some last minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. Alright. You have some dark truths about Dr. Seuss? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Like a bunch of his books, it's like, yikes. Love you, Luca. Love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6. Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air, but the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Oh! There you are! Luca! Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure, though you need buy it. If ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't. It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find him.
Luca looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is, it went down between you two, squash it. Oh, it's the library. I know where it is. It's the library. Oh wait, it's this way, huh? Oh! Wait, but I want to stay at the festival. Oh, this is so cute! This is supposed to be taking place in summer, but this is giving me fall season. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as an exuvite. It's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. I bet it has something to do with the goo. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Maybe that's it. Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech and the perennial harvest festival sign reveal. You don't want to miss it. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they are impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. Town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy, and this season's harvest looks like it's gonna be worse than last year. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is gonna change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fits. I'm still gonna be mad at them. I'd rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. I don't know if I want to talk to him. Unique New York, unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech.
Mr. Kerr pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gap box. You nervous? Oh heavens, no. Well, break a leg. Yee. Ain't moving. Ah, every single time. Yup. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. Haha.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey Jeff, everything alright? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't ya?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Okay. Oh. Good to know. Ooh, more clones here. Almost welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We always strive to improve. Nope. This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the fall harvest. I've had my doubts about perennial harvest, but I must admit they do put on a nice party. Ooh, what you reading? He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens, it's no time for fractured friendships. Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying. I wanted to see what all the festival fuss was about, but I can't help but notice. You still brought your backpack full of books. Look at backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True. So what you got in there? Books. I was able to return the perennial harvest safety suit you borrowed. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now, will you tell me what you needed it for? Was a favor for my enemy, for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's definitely a dog. I don't know what kind of dog. The library, somewhere quiet. I already knew that. Wait, was there? Hey, Luca.
Otto's eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. Oh my gosh. The first. You didn't think that was all, did you? Rolo does go all out, doesn't
Tato
he?
straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
Man, on planet Farple, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue.
Tato stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. Alright, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. If you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands. When the fifth king dies, you will need a tissue. Oh!
Luca grabbed Natural Photography, Volume 5, from the shelf.
Once you've got a book, you can either bring it to me or just grab a different one. How do I... Oh wait.
Luca grabbed the modern science of atomic radiation from the shelf.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf.
Maybe it's this one. We'll see. Let's see what we have here. The Adventure of Hank Atomic, issue number 4. No, I'm afraid that's not the correct book. Okay, here's a hint. The words I emphasize are important. On planet Farpo, you may take issue. Issue number 5. So,
Luca grabbed
no, that's volume.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the shelf.
Oh, issue number 5. That makes sense.
Kato removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5.
That's pretty cool.
Luca clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rollo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had a special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rollo. Now let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a grift.
He continued flipping.
Only found in Grub. Cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift in Grub Cart. Griffin's Grub Cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Ah, brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kato. Aww, this is so adorable. Okay, that's... I think it was that way, right? I think... Is it the food stand here? Oh! Hey, Griffin! Did Rollo come?
Before Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for. Enjoy. I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or something.
Luca shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Yuck! It's cold! Yeah, that's been sitting here for a while. Rollo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's just...
Luca tugged at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Oh, come on!
He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
A pickup when you need some pep. Near the fountain, up the step.
Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog.
This is getting to be a whole thing. There's a fountain here. Maybe up the stairs here. There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rollo owes me one.
Looney waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task, a friendship brings. So, see, that wasn't so hard. I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. I think it... Oh, I have an idea. It's maybe the tree house. It flies, but... Oh! It's balloons! Oh my gosh, that's so sweet! Hey, did you find the comic book? Yeah. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well then. I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you've earned this.
Rollo sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
This is so cute! Oh have to go all this trouble. Where are my friends who make me like scavenger hunts? I love that. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now that you have apologized twice before me, just let me do this. Okay, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mom and all, I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know? When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Rollo, still my turn. I felt like if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luca. Oh my gosh, my heart. I can't take it. I love them. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Rollo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around and try to find some info about your mom. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait 1 more day. You know, I've been wanting to get some work done at the MCDC admission control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. Oh, I still have the balloons. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I'm carrying the balloons with us. Oh hey! Did you hear? After Mr. Curse gives his big speech, they're gonna have the first annual biggest catch competition. As long as the boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoo-in. Good luck! Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your grand this morning. She asked me to give you this.
Rollo handed Luca an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done. I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
I love you too, Gran.
Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
That was a weird letter. Is she gonna do something? What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whenever you want. That was a weird letter. You know, you really didn't have to go all the way just to all that trouble just to apologize. I know, but we've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. And after I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Rollo.
I was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
That festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year.
Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
What? What was that? Oh man, we missed the fireworks?
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
What is going on? What?
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary, in a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time. The end.
What?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Like, what? What? Oh my gosh,
No, that can't be the ending.
this is,
It simply can't.
wow, okay. Just because we decided to have a day off, a few days off, the world ended,
I
okay.
won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Oh my gosh. So, hold on. There... Flight? This one is, I can choose this break for this one instead of rumble. Yeah. Let's go.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Forgot to, for those who forgot, there is like this thing called a what's it called? Hold on. So there is this thing called the tree of decision, like the tree of the soul tree, and you can find these different actions that you can use to progress the story, like the different options you can take. And so rumble, like because I chose rumble, the weather got bad, the clouds got bad, it started to like really pour, so I ended up spending time with with Beck. So because of that, I was late to meet up with Rollo, and Rollo and Luca got angry at each other, and then got to a fight, and then this whole thing. And this is why we reached a part where, end of the world or something like that. But this time I'm choosing the option where instead of rumbling, the clouds broke, so there's no thunder or anything. Hold on. Okay. No, I promised Rollo I'd tell him about...
Lucas stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promised you'd tell him what? Spit it out, bud. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've gotta tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah!
Lucas saw Beck skulking by the gate.
So, you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate, looming mansion, rich, reclusive owners. It even smells shady.
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me! Oh! What did you do? First of all, I told you so! Second, hi! hair is Valentine. Who's that she's talking to? Shh. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned. There's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. Now, this is what I was talking about.
Jack's voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone that a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything. I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on that Rube Kerr's face. Yes, the truth will come to light. I'm so surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that change is painful. Well, I was expecting shady, but that's just flat out super villain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why? Why are you doing all of
The
this?
mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
Family?
A chill ran down Luca's spine.
Oh no, it's Gran!
His vision blurred. Vex stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
It's Grandma! An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in arousing suspicion.
Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night.
That's shady as fuck.
Chapter 5. What big ears you have. Luca sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet.
Well, we been knew that the grandma was up to something. It's just gotta figure out what
After checking to
exactly.
make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my gran. That was your gran? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. Wait, can I look at the
The
gate?
Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
Okay.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course we're not
The
worried.
clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try writing your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. You'll know it. Absolutely. If you just sign here, acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
Clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Ah, 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 ah. Hi, Miss Mr. Nuncreed, Luca, let me give you some advice. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give them a good hard bop right in the kisser. Okay, Grant tells me to just keep away from the clipboards. That's good, that's good. Your Grant's a smart lady, Luca. Speaking of which, you better run along home now. Too dark out to be wandering on your own. Yeah, maybe later. There's still people out. The answers you seek will be revealed to you in due time. The question is, the figure in tone, are you prepared to live with the truth? Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the perennial harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. Just thought it was a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you tomorrow, bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait. Ooh.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. Couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not sure about that. Nonsense. This reminds me, I was able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yes, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't much like me, does she? Oh no, that's not it at all. She's been very busy. Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You're darn tooting, he was.
Kerr locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family, present company included. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just a festival. All of this. There's gonna be 100 down on their luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? You know what I love most about the agriculture business? Seeds. Seeds. Yeah, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. You see potential here? Undoubtedly, the seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge and the right leadership, of course. Oh, good night, Mayor Valentine. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further from here. So what's your buddy Rollo like? Rollo? He's Rollo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I've never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the fall harvest. It's about damn time you will tell me what this fall harvest thing is. It's kind of a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay, there used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Oh, big deal fertilizer. Was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Shopper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good. And sensing a big but, around 6 years ago, Shopper Valentine suddenly died. Something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water or air or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half of the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. The next year the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and sort of a crapshoot what happens. And no one knows why. Nope. I think it Rose Farm got the short end of the stick. Yeah, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn initiative? Yeah, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. Are you sure this is highlights? That's a lot. They even put us in the hotels one town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater. We better get going. It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's back. You must be Rollo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rollo waggled his head with pride.
Oh, now you're no longer jealous? You'll find we've spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey, Luca, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yeah? While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Couldn't be too safe these days. Oh wow. Oh. Oh my. Okay. He goes all out, or doesn't he? Always. That's pretty cool. Oh! That's pretty cool. Oh, it moves now. That was pretty bad though. So you have to be good at aiming to get it? Where did you guys get all of this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades us junk for snacks. Junk? Food for junk. Nice. I want that treehouse. I dream of a treehouse like this. So pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Look, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So, like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters? I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the mail pulled me in, I saw some of the equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You kept saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Then it could have been a woman. How did you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Dang, that's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Harris Valentine in a meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit, and then you saw your grand in the same suit talking to Harris Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. So, we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town, and their leader is your grand and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. How would you know that, Luca? How can you dismiss aliens so easily, just like that? Second, it couldn't have been my grand at the warehouse. I broke the person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged, but she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know, we haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It's been years since I've seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way. But are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. Sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Look at your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always say folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. My Gran really is hiding something. Don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. But we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count on me.
Chapter 6. Secret Lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it? Okay. Let me first check seeing if there's... Oh, damn, okay. Fine. Rollo, what on earth is that? Oh my gosh, this is so adorable. Oh my gosh. The hat and everything. That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. Gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear? Yeah, whatever she's been up to this week has been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were a Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it?
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anywhere that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, a good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat, it may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost up to ash. Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Look at, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah, the closet upstairs. So maybe it stands for two reasons. We should check there first. No dice, it's locked. Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I'm going to take this important thing and huck it in a bush? True. Anywhere else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she's always worried that I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway, I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Alright, Lorolo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rolo's back.
Hey, this is my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it. Oh my gosh, this is so adorable.
Crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah, I really don't know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey, let me just yank on this random teacup and...
Beck pulled on one of the teacups. It slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
What? What? Oh my god. What? A secret passageway? Oh. What house doesn't have a secret passageway? Seems like your grand has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only two types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds or superheroes. So which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. Damn. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe. Oh wow! Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What do we got here? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rolo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents and cheeseburgers. By all means,
He
proceed.
stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wilby. Patient shows first signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rolo looked up with heightened surprise.
See, creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncrete's name. Wait,
Willow's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It looks like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something else.
Willow scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind. Exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Willow rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Look at, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? That's bullshit.
Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town.
Oh, we got a spider web on the board? That's kind of creepy. I mean, the spider web, probably not as big as the one between my legs, but still.
Interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? Cause I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town. Out of kindness of her
Helping
heart.
people's what I'm all about.
Oh my gosh! Oh hey Hannah, welcome! Oh my gosh. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome.
My money don't
Welcome
jiggle,
to the
jiggle.
stream. My money
Folks,
will
I like to
jiggle
see
jiggle.
wiggle, wiggle,
It's
for
gone
sure.
because
Meet me
I
with a
spent all my
dribble,
money
dribble.
on
You know,
Halloween
riding in my
decorations.
Fiat.
And
You
now
really
I'll
have
have
see
to
it.
save
6
money.
feet 2
You
to the
know.
compact.
However,
No sign.
I
can
don't
really
know
see
if I'll be able to do it. Okay, I think my mods are gone, so I'm gonna give you the shout outs if I can. There you go. Can you see the shout out? Okay, can you see the shout outs? If not, they said that they fixed it for phone users, but I'm not sure. I'll give a normal shout. You see it now? Okay, good. What were you playing? The best use of dollars. Oh yeah, when it's around Halloween season or Christmas season, my money just flies away, just flies into the sunset, never to be seen again. You've been loving my autumn fall stuff on Instagram? Ah, yes. It comes at a price. It comes at a price. Oh, Amnesia. Oh my gosh, I played Amnesia about... I played Amnesia 3/4, I think, and then I stopped. I couldn't deal with this anymore. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I was like, you know what? I've done enough Amnesia for my entire life. Oh no, you live in Florida. Oh my gosh. Well, you have scary stuff like alligators. Don't you have like, don't you have people, adults like in mouse costumes and running around? That's scary. You gotta finish it now. No! Absolutely not. I will not finish it. Oh my gosh. Oh, if I saw an alligator, I'm like, I yeet. I yeet out of there. No. But to be fair, I live in a place where we barely see any. We don't see that kind of stuff. You have to finish the game. Make me. Make me. It's the perfect month to do so. No, it's not. And no. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but this month they've been like harassing me into playing horror games, and I'm done. Petition to make Tina play Amnesia. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Last time I played it was like last year, last October. And I shit you not, like I would advance like every 5 minutes. I would go bit by bit, just like, and then whenever I hear a sound, I would run back and just stay there for the next 5 minutes. I wouldn't go out. I would go hide and I'd be like, I'm staying here. I'm staying here for the rest of the stream. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Hannah, since you rated, do exclamation point spin to spin the wheel to get the category. This is exactly what you've been doing. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got orange. That's a game on question. Okay, so anybody can answer, anybody can participate. Google is allowed. You just have to be the first person to answer correctly in the stream chat. All right, here we go. Which widely successful mobile game was pulled from the market by its Vietnamese creator in 2014 because he thought it was too addictive? I repeat, which widely successful mobile game was pulled from the market by its Vietnamese creator in 2014 because he thought it was too addictive? It was Flappy Bird. Dong Nguyen felt it was a time waster even though it made him 50,000 per day. Imagine making $50,000 per day, and after taxes it's like 25,000 per day. With that kind of money, oh my gosh, my spending habits are like pretty awful. Like, imagine if I had my hands on that kind of money. Oh my gosh, the stuff that I would buy. I didn't think that it was the reason why he pulled it out from the market. I thought that he did it because it was beginning to be too much for him. Like the money, it was like too much money, too much pressure, too much fame or something like that, and he didn't like that kind of attention. I thought that was the reason. I didn't realize that the game being addictive was like the reason. They have a whole haunted houses. Am I that predictable? Am I that predictable? Because that's what I would have done. I would have put out a down payment for a house, and I would have transformed it into a haunted house. Except I'm the only one who can visit, like, who can see it, who can visit it. It's not a commercial haunted house. Yeah, but you know, saving money. That's not what we're about here. That's not what we're about. Am I flashing? Oh yeah, the camera is flashing as usual. Okay, let me. All right. So we were playing Beacon Pines. In case you don't know what it is, it's like it's think like Stranger Things with cute animals. Yeah, it's basically it's a choices matter game. Like your choices matter. Like how it affects the story, and there are cute animals, and there is a group of friends in this little town, and something strange is happening, and we have to figure out what is happening, and everybody's acting fishy. She put little symbols by some of them. Hey, yeah, Mr. Nuncrete has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both on here. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Harris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen his next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever this means is probably not good. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Does anybody... I don't... These punching bags... Did y'all have these punching bags like in the courtyard of your school when you were in primary school? What do we have here? Barrels marked to caution explosive. And jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your grand making? Oh, are we gonna set fire? Are we gonna set fire somewhere? She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs, right? Only one way to find out.
Lolo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
A high school jam? That's interesting. Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam. Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar and ink. What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Miss Fratelli. A jamgram? It says, last night I used the disguise Harris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Spark Plug is go. Oh man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can be good. So more of a bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn to it. It starts at the entrance to the town. And if we follow it...
Rollo carefully traced the path with his finger.
It leads right
He
to...
jabbed down at the end point.
town square? That's a fountain in the middle of the town. What will your place to hide treasure? Rolo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. At the end of the path on that map has the same symbol as those explosives over there. So it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Rolo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival. Oh, did you just say go? This feels like a go kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival. Not if we stop her. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was that? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark.
Isn't the door, the secret door, wide open?
Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps.
They're gonna get caught.
The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump,
You!
thump,
I'm not here to hurt anyone.
thump,
I'm just here to help. Just...
thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh. Guess it's nothing.
Rolo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rolo, don't!
It was too late. Rolo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rolo tackled the man to the ground.
Rolo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Wow, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Rolo has a lot of guts. Holy crap, Rolo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rolo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rolo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver.
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They run the classic good cop. Oh, chill cop or hard cop? Ooh. We're gonna go with hard cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rolo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rolo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rolo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the
The
world?
chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who? Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. No, hold on. Let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or let's just say I'm never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance! What? I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You've tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. So you're in cahoots with Gran. Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He
lord.
shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you got it wrong. Where's she now? She's headed to the source. The source? What's the source? It's
His
where
voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any farther. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It just got set up for the festival. Nah, the tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library. If there's any information about the source thing, Kato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. Oh, I appreciate not having to walk all the way there. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little young to be a librarian? Oh, Kato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quite that I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you when, Rollo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next I Think Atomic. And if you're here for more candy, I'll have you know I can be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing, we sorta don't know. What you got on the history of the town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8. 6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could
We're at
help them make
page
sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance.
We're at page 69. Woohoo!
Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of those asinine death records. The Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brains oozed out of his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you've got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. It won't be a boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
Your county record? Really? That's the best you've got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like
Beth slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing.
J at Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey! We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name back in your orbit? J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 20 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my grand's name. Juniper Hartford. Maybe there were two J. Hartfords. Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your grade is 6 feet under 3 towns over, then who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
Oh, that's creepy. Hey, guess what? You've been living with a total stranger all this time along. She wasn't even a relative. Ah! Alright, gang. I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think about something. Oh, welcome back, Vandy.
He was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
I mean, you could always torture him for more information. That's what I will do.
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely.
Oh, hey, Grandma.
She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Ooh, we have to be a little bit more discreet here. You left the thing wide open? Of course she found him. Of course she found him. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace.
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. I just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be
He
delayed.
flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Non-Creed, hey? Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. But if she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. This is... oh my gosh, I'm so scared. This is something out of like... Horror games. Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed, play it cool. I don't know if I would do that if I were
As
you.
Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Oh no, is there something... Is there poison in the jam? Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
Yeah, you shouldn't have eaten that jam. You should have eaten that jam. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? What is happening? This is scary. Rest now and let me handle everything.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed? Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival! Oh my gosh. Wait. She just took him to bed? That's a little bit strange. Wait, wait. Really? Okay, I guess I have to go to the festival. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know, secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one, the one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sly devil. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. Okay, wait, hold on. I want to see... Ooh! Sly is now an option here. I want to see what else. Oh. Okay. Okay. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got to the podium. Got up to the podium. Everyone is gathered at the stage. These three animals are dressed up for 3 different seasons. I know, right? Oh my gosh. I think he was trying to be more like Sherlock Holmes. But yeah, that's the thing about this game. I have no idea what season it's like, where they're supposed to be. At the beginning of the game, they said that they were ready for the summer, like the first day of summer. And now, but like all the colors and everything, the festival, the colors, the orange and everything, it kind of, and the clothes they are giving me, it's giving me more fall than summer. Sherlock Cross was sexy plumber. Hey, sexy lady. When you say sexy plumber, are you talking about Mario?
Nervously wiped his brow.
You're talking about Mario? Maybe it's fall, but the one that on the left needs a sweater due to an eating disorder. Oh my gosh. Vandy, that's too dark. Vandy, that's too dark. I need to send you to jail. I'm gonna send you to jail, Vandy. Oh my gosh. It's jail time for you, Vandy. It's jail time for you. Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow. Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor. I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. See, the colors are giving me fall. Everywhere it's a green, red, yellow, orange. Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
That's awkward. Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Oh heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a big stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I'm daggum thankful for it. That gum. I don't know that word. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Bacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped us recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment. Change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing's more important to you than Nothing's more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that's better tomorrow than... That a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are at that horizon. That this festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Oh, what was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Throughout all my travels, I've learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so it is with happy heart I can proclaim...
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
Our harvest awaits! did it
A
again.
merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd.
Yes,
instantly
I
freezing
did
everyone
it
and everything it
again.
touched.
I froze everybody.
For a man like William
I
Kerr,
don't even know
this
how.
was a fitting way for things to
Oh,
end.
baby, baby.
On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
Okay, calm down, calm down. It's okay. We can always go back. It's fine.
I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
It's okay. It's fine. Chill, chill. I want to go to another tree branch, I think. Instead of fighting, we flight. We do the flight. We do this.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Fine, we know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
Oh.
Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Oh wow, now they are in winter. They're winter time. You cannot choose a season. That was actually pretty badass. I think we lost them. Are we up to in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the winter wonderland? All I know is no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Oh yeah, in this scenario, Rollo got kidnapped by a a hazmat suit person or animal. It's that bozo Kerr. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be
With a
rude.
resigned sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Oh wait, it's Kerr. Now how in the tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy howdy, you Van Hors are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
Oh, we gotta keep moving. This is creepy. Not this way, I guess. Wait. Wait, where are we we can't... Which way? What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's a bit from last... No, that's not a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh, still within safe ranges. So what I think so far is happening is that, okay, so Mr. Kerr and his little drones here are doing, like, experimenting with something, like the green goo and everything, and but we have the grandma, the fake grandma, and the town people, and the Valentines. They kind of suspect what is going on, and they're trying to fight back against these suits. And when she was seen with Valentine, like she was seen with that suit, hazmat suit, she was trying to infiltrate them to spy on them. It may be spreading, but it's under the control for now. Even if a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. Oh, that was close. What's all this? Oh, it's the Beacon Pines sign. Oh, hard to say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? There could be another town this deep in the Weep Woods. Into the Weep Woods. I'm looking for evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1. Snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Oh, I have to do it, huh? I don't have any snowball. Chuck stuff first. Ask these questions later. I don't have anything to chuck though. Oh, okay. I didn't know you could interact with this.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
That doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from home. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Hi, Kenny Graham's boyfriend. Hi, Kenny Graham's boyfriend. I hope you enjoy Beacon Pines. It's been colder than normal lately. That's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we found that before. It was cold too. Maybe all this leads to one source. Yeah, you think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Whoa! Welcome in the winter wonderland.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Weepwood.
You what?
The stuff we put up? I don't know. The stuff look familiar to you? Looks like the barrel near the puddle I shoved me into, yeah. Oops. Let's not think about this. It's all in the past. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream,
It never
Luca could
works.
faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Wah. I've grown accustomed to it. Looking down the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice. Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. Oh no, the guy who always sits there is no longer there.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Damn! Damn! This guy... Like... Absolutely useless. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
It's getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort.
Can't you like go inside the building and rest
If not
there?
for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
They are freezing already. That if that's not freezing, I don't know what is. They're freezing already. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what the gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this ballooning about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rollo are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little tree house a mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn. With his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Well, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and even she already likes you. You have Tish?
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Lay low. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little tree house. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. Nothing better than a traumatic experience with very, very scary grown-up adults in scary suits to bring a bully and a main hero together and realize they could have just been friends all along. This is basically the movie Barbie and the Fairy Secret.
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face, the doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice.
Sharper Valentine? Ooh. Didn't he die though?
Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in.
Aww, that is so sad.
Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Aww.
A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Ah! Get your hands off me!
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running, knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt anybody. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's just all calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great, how about name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make a little gnat, like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait, do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are. You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Better knowing how to leave. Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Look, I don't know about you. I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood. Or we teleported to some alternate universe. Or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kurt and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. Interesting. We both grew up here. But the town you've called your home for the past several years, it is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power.
Bruh.
They been living in a fake town this whole time? Oh my gosh! That which could be moved would be moved, and that which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the adult auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to the miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
Matt narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why indeed?
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
So ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy! It's not too late to turn back. Simple head west through Whipwood.
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
Is his mama here?
Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth.
Oh, that's it's the tree
He
with
dropped
the
to his
tombstone.
knees and dug wildly at the cold snow.
That's the
His numb
tombstone.
hands hit something hard. A headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here alone in the snow. That is fucked up. Oh my gosh. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your perfect spot, your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply. Just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you good jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh, Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Oh my gosh. Hide. We gotta hide. 259k. Fall off distance is still good. Did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who loved them will never know the truth. The truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey, don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah, come on. It's almost lunchtime. Oh, weirdo. Did he try the moonwalk? Here I thought I was a jerk. These dingus are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some
Iggy
advice.
gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey, was any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow crying like some pushover, as if you weren't crying and giving up like 5 minutes earlier. Who's y'all helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah blah blah. Look at Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah! Kurt and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? Not to mention something about a source.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever said the source must be awfully valuable to parent new harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. What if it's too big to smash?
He flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this. Okay, locate the source, no problem. It can get awfully cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rollo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh heavens, no! Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? You kind of. Oh shucks, now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rollo were doing chores at Rollo's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you
He
didn't.
stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, there were some primo fireworks, so I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop? I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rollo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried them under that tree. And when I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
He triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Yeah, we have fireworks. Time to wreck some shit up. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are run children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a space medic superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. Ooh! Crooked. Just like this whole stinking place. Nice. Oh. We uncovered some of the... We have to remember to check out stuff so we don't miss out on actions. Does Crooked uncover anything? Oh, nothing.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo! 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 Whoa! I can see why they wanted to move us all out of that town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. Oh, just like that they found the source. This is the source? This is a dang hole? How do we smash a hole? Oh. Oh, it's so much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr. Where's Rollo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. That's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source where they collect the unrefined...
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Aren't you in charge? Oh heavens no, my role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? We are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply caught obstacles along the way. Seems like you're destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is, we all play our part in life. Might just happen to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be so winning after we're done with you. Now boys, there is no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. And we're fucked. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop. Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret's one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. That's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool. Call off your goods.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You all can head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Oh. Oh. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh my gosh. Oh no!
Tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child! What have you done? Look, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. Oh, what channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference. They're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us back and snap us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face makes almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you have a long life. Why don't you actually go do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? Obviously, no, I can still place 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phyllis Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Rum dum dum, rum dum dum. Wow, can you believe this guy?
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Oh my gosh. We got a new one. Okay, it unlocked nothing. Kerr, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Just look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You're not going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no!
His hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't! It's your only way out of this mess. Two birds with one stone. Makes sense for all us to fall together. What could do travel in packs?
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
Look at, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Oh no! Oh no! Ah! I'm gonna refuse. I feel like I would die if I refuse. Like it's over for us, but I want to see what it unlocks.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end. I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a game over for us. Let's go back and see what accept would do.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request.
I feel like this one also would get us to the end,
Luca watched it
but I don't know.
sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
The two
This
silhouettes
is so
were swallowed in
sad.
darkness.
Damn. They killed off a kid just like that. Oh my gosh. Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Look at you should really step back. What? Quickly. Oh. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy must have been the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before Perennial Harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a while, anyway. How? Tempest liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself, but doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold, and the fireworks made the whole freeze over. That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Oh! So when the whole town froze over like this, it was because the granny and some other goons operation was like Operation it was Operation Sparkplug. They put the explosives like on the fountain, and because of that, the whole town was like covered in ice, just like this. I see. We'll take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all of this, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each of us has a role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us some precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
What? That's the ending of the game? Oh. Beacon Pines 2, Pines Harder. They cut it into a sequel? They cut the story in half? Wait, that means we don't save the town like this game?
Revenge served cold.
Oh my god.
Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when
No. No.
Starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Oh, thank God. They're not. There's another way to do this. There's another way to do this.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
Oh my gosh! Oh, hi! Is it...
Sugar, we're glad you're here.
Is it, Mommy Milky? Milky Witch? Hi, how is everybody doing? Welcome! Welcome! Yeah, welcome, Raiders.
My money don't
jiggle.
Folds.
It's
I like
gone
to see
because I
wiggle,
spent all my money
short.
on
Makes me
Halloween
wanna
stuff.
dribble.
And
You
next is
know,
gonna be
riding in my
Christmas.
Fiat.
You know,
You really have to
however,
see it.
that
6
doesn't mean I'm
feet
gonna have
2
more
in a
money
compact.
because
No
I
slack.
spent it
Like
all
a
again
seat.
on Christmas stuff. Welcome, Sticker Glue. Honestly, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for you to re-Christian yourself as Mrs. Mommy Milky Switch. Milky Switch. Something like that. You ain't gotta worry about getting a tree this year. Yeah, I already have my Christmas tree in the background, if you can see it. Welcome. What? Let me give you a shout out because all my mods are gone right now. There you go. What were you playing? Oh my gosh, this camera is not. You were playing Sea of Darkness? That's a good game. That is a good game. Oh, sorry. That, have you finished it? Nice. If you don't follow Mommy Milky Switch yet, you definitely should. If you are into Nancy Drew content or spooky content, then consider following Mrs. Kill Switch. You stopped? Okay. Uh, strange game to be playing during a spooky time. But we're close to winter anyway. You'll finish it next stream. That's good. All right. So since you rated us, Mrs. Kill Switch, please do exclamation point spin to spin the wheel and get the trivia category. All right, so we got, I'll say purple. So it's a hashtag culture question. So I'm going to say a trivia question, and the first person to answer the question correctly in the stream chat gets a point and will feature on the leaderboard. Google is allowed. You just have to answer correctly first. All right, here we go. In the 2015 novel The Shepherd's Crown by Terry Pratchett is the last in the series of what fantasy realm? I repeat, the 2015 novel The Shepherd's Crown by Terry Pratchett is the last in a series of what fantasy realm? I never read that series of books. The only reason why I know about it is because I think I have one friend who's obsessed with that book series. I'll repeat it once again for the people who need it. The 2015 novel The Shepherd's Crown by Terry Pratchett is the last in a series about what fantasy realm? It's time to bust out Google. It's time to bust out Google. If you don't know it. You're trying. Honestly though, the only thing I recognized was the only thing I recognize is the name of the author. Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett. The name of the novel is The Shepherd's Crown. It's not easy when you're like on mobile, right? Hold on. All right, I'll give one more minute and chalk. It's not chalk. It's not chalk. I'll give one more minute and then I'll that's what Google said. Weird. Weird. Yeah, yeah, no, it's not chalk. The name of the novel is The Shepherd's Crown, and the author is Terry Pratchett. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna write down the, because maybe it's a case of misspelling. That's the name of the author. There you go. I just wrote the name of the author. It's his one good books series. Oh my gosh. How hard is it? Oh my gosh. I googled the name of this guy, and literally like his series is the first thing I see. Discworld. There you go. You got it. Good job. There you go. Oh my gosh. This is the first time that I've like that my people are having trouble finding an answer. You were making that way harder than it needed to be. It'd be like that sometimes. Congratulations! This is your first point, right? So I'm gonna add you in. There you go. I just added you to the leaderboard. Congratulations on your first point. Alright. Okay, so I was... Good job. Good job. Congratulations. So I was playing Beacon Pines. And I don't know if I could finish it tonight though. I don't know if I could finish it tonight. I might try to push it and try to finish it. But yeah, like what I've done quite a lot. If you're planning to play this game, then I suggest that you lurk or something, because we're pretty far into the game, if you mind spoilers. But if you don't know what it is, it's basically think about Stranger Things, ex Nancy Drew, but with cute little animals. It's like it's a small town, and something strange is happening, and it's up to this like group of kids to figure out what is happening. It's very cute. It's very adorable. I'm gonna try chill.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Sure, golly, I sure got my bell wrong.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. That was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You guys gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my grand up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your grand moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah? So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town? An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient's notes?
Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives? I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings.
Oh no. I don't think I
Mr.
should
Tolliver
do
gently
that.
rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This all makes sense
He
in time.
edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
Oh, that was a mistake. You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought
He
to
punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
light. Son of a!
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down here. And let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly.
Well, I'm not
have
surprised
a
that it
resolution
didn't end
to a
well.
tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
Okay, there was Sly.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
Huh. What's going on here? You're that Maudwill girl. Please call me Beck. Sorry about
Mr.
this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
This had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand, we never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here
Beck
to
twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the
Beck
evidence.
shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yeah, the old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her though. If anyone here were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down there.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You're sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Ah, good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And would you know it, I intercepted an older phrase in a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work on that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned back with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf, but all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rollo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about the candy shelf. Fine, in the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden message, the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21. N would be 14. D would be... Oh! It's an anagram. Nuncrete's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Rollo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's nude rock store. Wow, okay, Rollo, okay. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? How can I say I love ciphers? A real detective. I guess we know where to go next. Oh. You scare me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? No? He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Where were we going? Oh yeah, the drugstore. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do we have to report? What's this insipid town festival really about? I think
looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Harris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. It's just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damn backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Harris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of the future or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you'll always just be a Gus. Good night, Harris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. Wait! She's still here. She's still reading shit. Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. Huh. I do hate it when the villain makes a good point. Doesn't she need a lie to read?
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey Solomon, we're looking for Mr. Nutcreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where'd you get the candy from? We might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. No, we might not always have a family to rely on. Licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wonder why Mr. Nutcreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn my loyalty. For some, it's easy as cold, hard cash. Well, he's right, it sucked. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. Maybe the... Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nutcreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
It's not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Cred's new drugstore. I mean, underground secrets. The password.
Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
Good job. You figured it out. Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Something that sounds like that did something. Wait, now what? I guess we
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Oh wow!
The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it! You knew there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Ink Atomic issue number 12 were real? Rollo, at one point or another, you said that about every technology ever discussed in Ink Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. Looks like each of these has something written on them. Oh. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. Pa always say you can only trust a miner up to a point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Is that where you almost got snatched? Yee! Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This starts to feel like something big. This suit has a broken mask. So have we found our mystery warehouse creeper? We at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like Nuncreed and talks like Nuncreed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just say. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Theo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh. Roll, what did you do? Nothing! I didn't even mow it yet. What was that? Hide! Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Oh my gosh. Shit. 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 Awesome. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. It's true, I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality complications life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. Welcome back, Somber. Wow, you were gone for a while. You missed out a lot of story. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Look, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. Says he's got an opportunity. He's found something he didn't quite understand. And he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. My dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walter loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he's still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what he's doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
What? You really don't know. My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose, Juniper. Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival. Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain, but why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She's gonna blow it up. She knows about the source. What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze it. Dear God, she's going to freeze us all. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from the town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. Really? Just like that? That did not go out how I expected. So we're totally following him, right? Totally. So see you on the other side. I thought this was gonna be the end, but turns out we keep going. You good? Yeah. I love this town. Oh yeah, I would never leave. Like
Chapter 8.
This is so entertaining.
The cold, hard truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera, as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carry her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden,
We're back to page number 69. Yay! Back to 69. Back to 69. All of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, flies blazed.
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
So that's what it was. That was intense. Yeah. So I think I might part it with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold? Doesn't look like it got any of us. Feels like we traveled that far. Didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone ever want to blow something out up here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Okay, wait. First, I need to see. Yeah. Damn. We unlocked a lot of actions here, but like most of them are like useless. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off with snow. No time, no squeeze getting away. Damn. Okay, this is starting to get really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed of all things Beacon Pines, but this just looks like some kind of sort of frozen replica of town. I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Obviously, Rollo. Stick with me here. These species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimensions, so naturally they keep it cold. You know what? You have a You have a good theory. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
Oh!
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Graham stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss.
Okay, but before we get there, before we check out what's happening, I'm going to go on a be right back. I'll go to the bathroom, so go get something to drink, go to the bathroom, take care of yourself. I'll be right back. I'm back. Alright.
Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Look, Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walter told me everything. He trusted you and you betrayed that trust. Look at, did you know that this man's entire life was is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
Both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. No, that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge.
Oh my gosh.
Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed. As if
It's gonna be a
preparing
choices moment. Oh my gosh. Well, both of them sound terrible, but let's go with let's go with hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
Aww. This is a lot. This is a whole lot. This poor boy, like, cannot catch a break. Aww.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself.
Aww.
Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
Aww. If she is like his real grandma or not? Aww.
Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes,
Oh.
trying to see more clearly.
My God.
He could just make out the impression of
Oh my God. Somber, you really chose a very bad moment. Don't look. I was looking. I was in shock. that that woman was that woman was like his mom all along. How? Like how? How do you change your face to look like a grandma? How does your own son not recognize you in disguise? Like we can see your face. Oh my gosh.
He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, Buckaroo. Mom!
Lucas sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're smart, man, Joseph. I thought you would have pierced it together by now. You were exposed. Oh! Oh, I got it! So it's not a disguise. She fell into the goo, like, you know, the green goo that makes everybody old. Mom, I don't understand any of this. She got exposed by the goo. The goo got her. She became an old woman. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right there, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. There are bad people. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. I'm still confused of what were they doing exactly. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door bust open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempest Liquamen. There were dozens of them. Every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Oh. inside the goo and she became old. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar! Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You're not making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. Oh, and while they had us evacuated. Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this disruption. My associate will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timey clown. Yay! He's joining the crowd. He's joining us. We all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is. Oh, hi, Solomon. That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Oh, Solomon was like the chief all along. He's not a child. He's actually an old man that looks like a cute little pup. Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir? It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir, of course, sir. I can't believe this cute little dog is the responsible party. I've been like wondering, they introduced Solomon and everything, but he was barely in this game, and I was like, well, that is such a useless thing to do. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward upon the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper
His
Valentine.
body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Oh my god!
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No! So you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite an improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. I thought... I was like, oh wait, it's a grown ass. But like he looks like a pup. But it was actually a grown ass adult. That But I didn't expect the potion to be able to like go back and forth, like you become an old person. Oh, now you are a kid and all of that. Wow. And I was worried about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I want you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Ah, wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. Oh, we're still getting actions? I'm glad you're back, so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistant, Mr. Kerr?
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did y'all truly believe that you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy, I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourself in my absence. Squandered. To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. But I... Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. Oh!
Bruh.
Oh my gosh. I don't know which is worse. A son who is completely hopeless. Or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Harris, you failed me with admirable consistency. Thankfully I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting my time. Have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's alright, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter, cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frightened away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again. and I'm willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of perennial harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up blatherskite would have accomplished all of this? Darn. I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
Yeah, see, I need a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow. You earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a patsy this whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ah, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends always made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity if things would have gone a bit differently. You might have had your moment of triumph, but that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I've won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. Well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
Damn!
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Okay, let me see if there's anything else that I can choose. Oh! Windows is so... Oh, you can choose malice here. Oh god, there's more options that we can do. I have no idea how much more of this game there is. It's almost 9. I think I'm going to stop here. I was wanting to finish this game tonight, but I probably can't. I probably can't. If there's like only like, there's a lot more to discover. If there is like, let's say, only 1 hour more left to the game, and if I start a new game, like no, not start a new game. If I continue the game next weekend, and there was only 1 hour left to the game, I could always play a short one after it, another short game, if that's the case. But I think I've been streaming for more than 5 hours now, so I need to stop. I need to stop. All right, let me see who I can raid tonight. Or I could finish Amnesia. No. Absolutely not. Nah. Let me see. Brittany Murray is playing Shadow Warrior's Edge right now. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen Brittany in such a long time. Let's go say hi to Brittany. Alright. There you go. Let's start a raid. For those of you who are still here, thank you so much for hanging out and, you know, bearing with me. It's much appreciated. I really need to. I don't want to gift another stuff to Stream Elements, but that raid message looks pretty awful. But anyway, oh wait, what happened? Did I unraid? Oh my gosh, I unraided. Lame. Lame. Okay, let's do this again. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. You're gonna have to watch the VOD. I would recommend you watch the VOD. It's such a good game. It's such a good game. It's very, there's a lot of, it's very narrative driven. Like, I've been spending 95% of the time just reading. But it's really worth it. It's such a good game. Like, really giving me Stranger Things vibes. So yeah. But anyway, I cancel. Yeah, I accidentally canceled the raid. We're raiding Brittany Mary. Anyway, thank you so much for everybody who's been here. I really appreciated that. Thank you to all the raiders. I really appreciate it as well. Mrs. Killswitch and Hannah, thank you so much if you're still here. I will bid you good night, and I will see you tomorrow for more Song of Horror. Alright, take care, y'all. Bye.